Ever found yourself feeling helpless against the harsh words or undermining behaviors of a bully? You're not alone. In this video, we'll dive deep into the wisdom of one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, Marcus Aurelius, and discover 5 powerful strategies to handle bullies effectively. This isn't just about winning a battle. It's about mastering your responses, claiming power over your emotions, and turning adversities into opportunities for growth. By the end of this video, you'll not just survive bullying, but thrive amidst it. Come, let's embark on this transformative journey towards self-empowerment and resilience together, because remember, you're stronger than you think. Stay tuned, as every second unfolds an insight that could potentially change your life. Let's dive into our first strategy, inspired by the great Roman emperor and philosopher, Marcus Aurelius, understanding your freedom. In the face of bullying, it's easy to feel like we've lost control, like we're in a storm that's being directed by someone else. We become victims to the winds and waves of their words and actions, tossed and turned in the turbulence of their hostility. But Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have the power over your mind, not outside events. In essence, he draws a clear line between what's happening in the external world and how we react to it internally. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine you are a mighty fortress. A bully is like a hostile army, constantly launching arrows of harsh words and hurtful actions against your walls. But no matter how relentless the attack, they cannot penetrate your fortress unless you open the gates and let them in. Your fortress, in this analogy, is your mind, and only you hold the keys. Realize that the power you have over your mind is your freedom. You can choose to not let the arrows of a bully's words pierce your mind's walls. You can decide whether you want to interpret their words as weapons intended to hurt you or as the misguided actions of a troubled soul. You have the power to choose your reactions, your feelings, your thoughts, and your attitude. That's your freedom. An important aspect of this strategy is understanding that you cannot control the bully or the situation. You cannot control the external world. We often waste so much energy and time trying to change others or circumstances beyond our control, which only leads to frustration and anger. Marcus Aurelius says, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. By focusing on what you can control, your thoughts and emotions, you can maintain your peace and happiness, even in the face of a bully. This might not come easy. It takes practice, patience, and a lot of self-love. It is about realizing that you are worthy, that you do not deserve to be treated poorly, and that your reactions, emotions, and thoughts are valid. It is about giving yourself the permission to react or not react, to feel hurt or not feel hurt, to be angry or not be angry. And it is about protecting your peace and happiness fiercely. So how do you do this? Start by observing your thoughts and emotions without judgment when you encounter a bully. Notice how you are reacting and ask yourself why you are reacting the way you are. Is it because you believe what the bully is saying? Remember that a bully's words are often a reflection of their own insecurities, not a truth about you. If you realize that your reactions are based on the bully's words and not on your own beliefs about yourself, then you have taken the first step towards reclaiming your power and freedom. Next, affirm to yourself that you have the power and freedom to choose your reactions. You can choose to be hurt, angry, or upset. Or, you can choose to be calm, unfazed, and peaceful. You can choose to let the bully affect you, or you can choose to maintain your peace and happiness. This is your power. This is your freedom. Remember, bullies thrive on reactions. When you understand your freedom and choose not to react negatively, you starve them of the satisfaction they seek. In the end, your peace and happiness are your victory. This strategy is not about ignoring or denying your emotions. It is about acknowledging them, understanding them, and consciously choosing how you want to react. It is about taking control of your mind and not letting external events dictate your inner peace and happiness. Embrace the power and freedom you have over your mind. For in understanding and exercising this freedom, you become invincible against any bully. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the universe is change, our life is what our thoughts make it. You have the power to make your life peaceful, happy, and free, regardless of the bullies or the storms around you. Claim this power. Claim your freedom. In the grand scheme of human relationships, Marcus Aurelius teaches us a vital lesson, empathy and understanding. It's a simple concept, but it carries a profound impact when applied. Consider this scenario. You're in a social setting, perhaps at work or a gathering, and you encounter a bully. Their words are harsh, their actions demeaning, and their attitude seemingly unprovoked. Your initial reaction might be anger, resentment, or perhaps fear. However, Marcus Aurelius prompts us to shift our perspective. Whenever another blames you or hates you, or people voice similar criticisms, go to their souls, penetrate inside, and see what sort of people they are. This isn't about justifying the bully's behavior, but about understanding it. Bullies don't exist in a vacuum. They're products of their past experiences, their insecurities, and their fears. Often, they're individuals who have been hurt and are lashing out as a way to regain control or mask their pain. When seen through this lens, their actions take on a different light. An empathetic perspective does three things for you. Firstly, it diffuses your anger. When you recognize the bully as a hurting individual, it becomes harder to remain angry. Instead of being the target of their rage, you become an observer of their pain. Secondly, empathy enables you to respond wisely rather than react blindly. When you understand the underlying dynamics, it becomes easier to navigate the situation. You can choose not to engage in the bully's game, not to feed into their need for control or dominance. By responding with calmness and understanding, you're less likely to fuel their hostility and more likely to disarm them. Lastly, empathy empowers you against future bullying. Understanding that a bully's actions are more about them than you creates a psychological shield. It prevents their words from becoming personal attacks and reduces the emotional damage they can inflict. However, let's be clear. Empathy is not about excusing the bully's behavior or allowing it to continue. It's about understanding their motivations so you can respond more effectively and protect your peace of mind. If the bullying is severe and persistent, it's important to take action, report the behavior, and seek help. To exercise this strategy, start by trying to understand the bully's perspective. Ask yourself, what might they be going through to act this way? What insecurities might they be projecting? What pain might they be trying to cover up? This isn't about finding exact answers. After all, we can't truly know what's going on in someone else's mind. But the act of questioning can shift your perspective and help you approach the situation with more understanding and control. Marcus Aurelius's teachings remind us that we have the power to control our perspective and our response. In the face of bullying, empathy and understanding can be your greatest weapons. They can transform your experience, diffuse your anger, and empower you to respond wisely. Remember, the goal isn't just to survive bullying, but to thrive amidst it. And that begins with understanding, not just of others, but of yourself as well. After all, as Marcus Aurelius said, he who knows not what he does knows not what he does to himself. Absolutely. Let's explore the strategy number 3, the power of overlooking. Marcus Aurelius once said, "It is in your power to withdraw yourself whenever you desire." What does this mean in the context of bullying? It simply means that you have the power to choose where to invest your time and energy. You can decide whether to engage with the negative vibes of a bully or to overlook them. Imagine you hold a remote control to your emotions and reactions. What if I tell you that you can press the mute button whenever you want? Yes, you can mute the bully's unkind words or actions. Not physically, perhaps, but mentally. And that's where it truly counts. Overlooking doesn't imply that you're weak or scared. Instead, it is an act of strength, an exercise of control over your emotional responses. You are actively choosing not to let the external factors affect your inner peace. Let's illustrate this with an example. Think of a serene lake. The surface is calm and tranquil. Now imagine someone throws a stone into the lake. What happens? Ripples form, disturbing the peace and calm of the lake. However, the lake doesn't chase after the stone or the person who threw it. It simply absorbs the impact, let the ripples settle, and regain its tranquility. Similarly, a bully's words or actions are like that stone. They may cause disturbances, ripples in your mind. But, like the lake, you have the power to absorb, to overlook, and ultimately, restore your peace. Remember, when you choose not to react, you're not ignoring the problem. You're not running away from it. You're merely denying the bully the satisfaction of seeing you upset. You are showing that you are not affected, that you are above their negativity. In this way, you're taking away the power from the bully and keeping it where it belongs, with you. Let's make an important distinction here. The power of overlooking is not about accepting or condoning the bully's behavior. It's about understanding that you can't control their actions, but you can control your reactions. In the grand scheme of life, we often come across situations that are not in our control. Bullies are one of them. However, how we handle these situations, how we react or choose not to react, is in our control. By exercising the power of overlooking, we can navigate through these challenging situations with grace and dignity. Overlooking is not an action but a strategic action. It's a skill that needs to be honed with practice. Over time, you'll find that this skill doesn't just help you deal with bullies but also other negative situations in life. So, the next time you encounter a bully, remember the serene lake. Remember that you hold the remote control to your emotions. Remember the power of overlooking. It's not about who's stronger or mightier, but who's more resilient and at peace. Remember, your tranquility and mental peace are too precious to be disturbed by a bully. Protect them with the power of overlooking. Let us delve into the fourth strategy, which is all about acceptance. Now, I want you to take a moment and really think about this. Acceptance. It's a word we hear often, but do we truly understand the profound impact it can have on our lives, particularly when dealing with bullies? Marcus Aurelius once said, "Accept whatever comes to you woven in the pattern of your destiny, for what could more aptly fit your needs?" That doesn't mean we ought to simply allow bullies to step all over us. Instead, it suggests a deeper understanding of the world we live in and the various characters we encounter along our journey. Bullies, unfortunately, are part of this world's tapestry. Some of you might raise an eyebrow at this, asking, why should I accept something that causes me pain? But remember, acceptance does not mean approval. It does not mean that you agree with the bully's behavior or that you welcome it. What it means is recognizing the reality that, yes, this person is behaving poorly towards me. This recognition is liberating because it eliminates any false hopes or pretenses. You're not denying the existence of the bully or the impact they're having on you. You're simply acknowledging their presence, and that's the first step to dealing with them effectively. With acceptance comes the ability to keep a clear head. When we're clouded by anger, frustration, or fear, we are more likely to react in ways that may not be in our best interest. We might lash out, say things we don't mean, or let them drag us down with them. However, when we accept the situation as it is, we can respond from a place of calmness, stability, and clarity. Furthermore, acceptance helps us in managing our expectations. When you accept that a bully is part of your life, you stop expecting them to suddenly become kind and considerate. You stop waiting for them to change in order for your situation to improve. Instead, you become proactive and focus on what you can change, your reactions, your mindset, and your behavior. Now, transforming this acceptance into action is another battle. It's one thing to understand this concept and another to put it into practice. But that's the beauty of it. Each day, each interaction offers a chance to better handle these situations. With time and consistent effort, you'll find yourself becoming more resilient and less affected by the bully's actions. This is a journey of growth, self-improvement, and resilience building. It's not an easy trek, but it's one worth taking. Because in the end, it empowers you. Accepting the reality of bullies doesn't mean you're surrendering to them. It means you're taking control, firm in the knowledge of what you're dealing with, and ready to face it with strength and dignity. So, let's embrace the power of acceptance. Let's rise above the bullies, not with violence, but with the unparalleled strength of understanding, acceptance, and resilience. Before we proceed, don't forget to hit the subscribe button below. Stay connected with us for more insightful discussions and powerful strategies to overcome life's challenges. Your journey towards a stronger, more resilient you starts here. Let's walk together on this path of growth and self-empowerment. Absolutely. Let's delve into the fifth strategy inspired by the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, self-improvement. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. This profound statement sheds light on a powerful Stoic philosophy that encourages us to transform our adversities into stepping stones for personal growth and self-improvement. Facing a bully can be a harrowing experience. It can lead to a whirlwind of emotions like anger, frustration, fear, and sadness. But hidden amongst these difficult emotions is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to emerge stronger. Every time a bully tries to bring you down, consider it a challenge. A challenge not to defeat them, but to rise above the situation and defeat the turmoil within you. It's an opportunity to learn how to remain composed, how to maintain your dignity, and how to control your emotional responses. Reacting impulsively to a bully's taunts may provide temporary satisfaction, but it won't bring long-term peace. Instead, cultivating emotional intelligence, practicing empathy, and building resilience can lead to lasting contentment. These are the real skills that you can develop as a counter-response to bullying. It won't be easy, but the Stoic philosophy isn't about taking the easy way. It's about taking the right way, the way that leads to growth and inner peace. Imagine being in a situation where a bully is trying to provoke you, belittle you. But instead of reacting impulsively, you respond with calmness and dignity. You manage to maintain your cool, not letting their words affect your inner peace. This self-control, this strength can't be achieved overnight. It comes with practice, with conscious effort, and with a determination to improve oneself. This is the power of self-improvement. Moreover, understanding the psychology behind bullying can also lead to self-improvement. Bullies often suffer from their own insecurities, fears, and problems. Understanding this can help you develop empathy and might even inspire you to help others facing similar situations. This not only improves your emotional intelligence but also makes you a more compassionate, understanding individual. Finally, remember that self-improvement is a journey. It doesn't have a finish line. Every experience, every encounter with a bully is a lesson, a stepping stone on this path. It's an opportunity to test your emotional strength, your resilience, your ability to maintain your inner peace amidst adversity. So, the next time you face a bully, remember this strategy. See it as an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to improve. Channel your energy into developing emotional intelligence, empathy, and resilience. Remember, the ultimate victory is not defeating the bully, but growing from the experience. This is the true meaning of self-improvement. This is the Stoic way.